Okay, YouTubers, thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about how the European Union are looking to start mandating across all their countries the shot. So they want to mandate it in every country in the EU, which obviously is a bad idea. Now, a lot of countries are already doing it. Not a lot, but more than you would think are actually doing this. They're actually mandating their citizens to take it, but they want this to be blanketed across the EU. I mean like everyone has to take it, and not well, if you don't take it, you don't do this. No, none of that. They're going to force you to take it. The problem is, how the fuck are they going to go about that? How are they going to force you to take some shit? That means you got to get the military involved. Now, obviously, they get the military involved, that changes the game entirely. But being that the EU is talking about this, it's a bad sign. Now, I don't think it's going to go over very well with a lot of countries. A lot of countries are probably going to need a push, or a lot of those leaders are going to end up mysteriously dying from a heart attack. You choose. But the EU is right now in an interesting place because you have countries that are doing it. Like France, for example, they're doing a loose version of it. Right now in France, you have your digital passport. You want to eat baguettes and fucking coffee, and you're walking through life talking about, going to see some fucking shit movie in French. Then they tell you, you got to be vaccinated. So you get your vaccination. You get your digital passport. And you're like, hey, bagels and baguettes and shit, and whatever the fuck French people eat. Not bagels, you know what I mean? So anyway, and then they start doing that shit, and they're like, oh, by the way, if you don't get your third shot, we're going to deactivate your digital passport, your COVID passport, and then you won't be able to do anything. You just told these people that they had to do X, Y, and Z to stay current, and now you're moving the goalpost to make sure that they are current. But it's not just the one time they're going to move this. They're going to move this multiple times. And now, over in Europe, multiple countries, guys, are fucking protesting out the ass. Out the ass. Now, we're not going to hear about it here because they don't want anybody to get any bright ideas. But those of us who actually listen to world news, we're seeing them protest all over the world. All over the world, and we're talking about tens to hundreds of thousands of people on the street. Now, the fact that their government is not listening to them, that is a bad thing. If you got 100,000 people, let's say in Italy, Germany, protesting in the streets, saying, no, we don't want this, leave it alone, and they're still going through with this, guys, that means the government has an ulterior motive. That's all it means. It's not for the safety, it's for their fucking ulterior motive, whatever that might be. Greece is mandating shots for anyone over 60. So it's mandatory for everyone over 60 to take the shot. Austria just announced a compulsory mandate on the vaccine, meaning everyone in the country as of, I think, February 1st of next year is going to have to take the shot. I don't know how they're going to do that, but nonetheless, they announced it. And they're seeing major pushback as well, which, guys, the pushback is great, but we need to go beyond pushbacks. We need to go beyond protesting in the streets. Germany is talking about following in Austria's footstep as well. They are talking about it. They haven't announced it yet. Guys, this is just, and here in New York State, for example, they announced the mask mandates. Those are back in play, but there are not a lot of people following it here, interestingly enough. But I can see that if they keep crying about this new variant, we're going to see another lockdown come next year. I think they're going to wait till after the holiday. Because listen, right now in New York, I think there are only like 20 cases, 25. And they're fucking reacting over 25 cases. Well, again, ulterior motive. Guys, people all over the world are protesting against us. All over the world are protesting against these restrictions and these mandates. But if no one's listening to you, if they're still going ahead and doing what they're doing, like in France, the digital passport thing, they protested against that, and it still happened. They started protesting again once they were told they needed a booster shot to fucking enjoy the French lifestyle of baguettes and coffee. And still, the government's not listening. So you know what needs to happen to their government? War. It's as simple as that, guys. For people to band together and just rush whatever parliament or whatever assembly they have there, that's what needs to be done. Because enough already with you guys protesting and marching in the street and no one listening, right? It's like here in New York City. But except for here in New York City, we who are against the restrictions and mandates are outnumbered. though I am starting to see more people wake up from the bullshit. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Eric Adams seems to might be listening to the people, but we have to wait and see what happens when he goes into office, when he's inaugurated. I think he's inaugurated January 4th, I think. But still, guys, something's up. And I've said this before, I will say it 1,000 times. If they're not listening to an entire country of people, they have an ulterior motive. So, interestingly enough, the European Union has 70% of their adults vaccinated. If you ask me, that's good enough. But the fact that they're pushing for everyone to get it and that they want this across the European Union, like I said before, there's a definite problem. And I'm pretty sure those people in the EU are saying the same shit. There's a problem if they're not listening to us. All right, guys, so this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on the Angry Prepper channel and the Angry Lensman channel. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.